Oh, I'm Gavin Palmer, and I a legal entity called PageHub. And what you see is an empty YouTube channel where I plan to share videos. And so I have a Claude Code subscription, and I've been practicing using Claude Code um, for about a year. And I recently started working on what's called software factories. And the way I manage my software factories is with a tool called Box. And so I go to the GitHub repository. I created a report yesterday on, my factories. And so I'm trying to use Box to manage software factories because Claude Code can write code for me. I need to create some kind of independent verification and validation system that proves that what Claude Code built actually works. Actually, that phrase, independent verification and validation, IV and V, I learned about that phrase when I worked with missile defense for 6 years. They were supposed to have an independent organization that verified and validated the software being created by other entities. And so this is not something new, as the technique, the pattern has been used for a long time. And so in this box system, I end up defining specifications, and this is what maybe a systems engineer would do. And for the specifications, there would be things like the definition of jobs to be done and user stories. And then from those would be derived the evals. And so the evals are where the validations, the verifications live. And as a software engineer, trying to build, maintain, and manage software factories, I will be iterating on the specs and evals. And then Claude Code can update the software while asking Box, using the Box command line interface, or the Box system, wherever it lives, if the changes that Claude Code has made actually pass, all the tests. And so that's what I've been working on. And the three factories that I have is a prayers factory. This is for people who like to pray, like to ask for prayers, and participate in communities where people pray um, for each other. I can show you, this is kind of what the prayers app looks like. And there's a mobile version. And I'm wrapping up some decisions before I launch it. I think on this one, I wanted to make it where, because I have to pay the bills, I think that the private groups will be free, but public groups might end up costing like $10 a month. So that's what I'm thinking for the prayers app. If I go back to Box, there's also PageHub. So PageHub is a tool I built for my wife who has a small bakery business that's under cottage laws. And so this is PageHub. PageHub is kind of that's where I want to offer most of my services. And this allows you to build sites, manage your store, manage your content, and you can have lists of customers. There are other things that could be added over time. So if my customers make requests for features, then I can work on adding those features. But it's initially built for my wife, and I wanted to build it in such a way that small businesses could benefit from PageHub. And so maybe Maybe a church ends up enjoying the prayers app and then decides to try out PageHub in order to manage other things. So I'll go back to Box. So I've got the prayers software factory. I've got the PageHub software factory, and this last one's called the Serve software factory. And this is my kind of most recent project. And the Serve is it's a disaster response platform, and that's what I've been working on most recently. And I could log in, maybe. Maybe I can't log in. Well, I can't log in yet. Work in progress, most recent. I'm, but as you can see right now, I have, uh, I've got work in progress, um, where I can have agents iterating and improving the software. So there's a few, so the system I recommend for you software engineers is something like Box, where there is a focus on independent verification and validation, and where you can attempt to separate your test from your actual software so that your agent, like Claude Code, doesn't like try to cheat and look at your test and just create um, software. It can attempt to modify your test if you're not careful so that the test pass. Like we don't want our agent to do those kinds of things, make those kinds of mistakes. And so keeping your validation verification system as independent is really important. That's my best suggestion for software engineers and software companies attempting to build software in this modern time or this new era, is that look into creating a system to manage to build, maintain, and manage your factories that provide the guidelines, the verifications and validations to prove that your agents are working the way you expect. I've got a few other ideas I'm working on in addition to um, the evals system, um, but that's the one that I'm focused on now, and I would recommend because it seems to be working, and there's a lot of value in doing it this way. So I hope you um, want to, if you find this content interesting, if you find my project interesting, just, click subscribe, give the video a like, leave a comment, and I hope to release little videos like this. I might end up live streaming work that's being done on a regular basis. Hopefully I can do it without leaking. I probably won't live stream just in case I have secrets that get leaked. I don't, the Claude Code does sometimes leak my secrets, and so I don't necessarily want to do that in a live stream because I want to be able to go and change my secrets so that whatever I release on the internet is um, is secure. All right. Thank you for your time and attention. Have a good day. God bless.